Hello, it's me again. I know, like twice in as many weeks, and I'm slightly, my hair's tidier, I don't know. But, I just wanted to do a quick, video because some people had sent me some questions, and I thought I would just go ahead and answer them. Um, so some questions about, tarot reading and my chair and, just some random things. First question, which I often do get, is why don't you read with reversals? A reversal in tarot is when a card is upside down. I don't read with reversals for a couple of reasons. Number one, um, I'm a little bit OCD and I don't like having my cards turned in two different directions in the deck, which is kind of a weird hang up of mine. We can talk more about that when we talk about this chair, but it just is something that bothers me. So I like to keep all my cards turned the same way. Second of all, I just don't find reversals necessary to get the message across. For me, that doesn't add anything to my understanding. Some readers do, and every reader is different. Every reader kind of comes into their own after learning the basics of tarot. Um, every reader kind of eventually comes into an understanding with their spirit guides, their angels, whoever they call on to read those cards. And so I just, as I learned, I tried with reversals for a while, and it just didn't work for me. That the way I converse with the cards, that isn't part of our dialogue. So I don't read with reversals, except there's one time when I will read with reversals, and that's if I'm asking a yes or no, and I'm not looking for additional information. In which case, I will take half the deck, turn it over, shuffle it, and literally just turn over a card, and if it's upside down, it's a no, and if it's upside up, it's a yes. Just very flat out yes or no question. But usually, if you're asking a yes or no question, you also want a little more information, in which case, I read the cards, like in my last video, all, upside up and with, additional. Anyway, so that's why I don't read with reversals. How long have I been reading tarot? I have been reading tarot for about 10 years now. I've done other things, like, it's a long story. I come from a family of Scottish witchcraft practitioners, I guess, on one side, and then I've got Creole kind of stuff on the other side of my family. So I have a really kind of bizarre way of doing things, and that is another question that have been asked, like, do you do more than read tarot cards? Yes, I read Lenormand, I read astrological charts, I read candles, candle divination. People like, well, do you cast spells? No, as a rule, I don't like to dabble in that. It's usually more trouble than it's worth, in my experience, to try and mess with things like that. I mean, I know how. I just prefer not to. Oh, my chair. I'm like, what are you sitting in? So this is an egg chair, and I actually can, like, sit all the way back into it. It's, like, over my head here. I have a really strong noise sensitivity that's gotten worse as I've gotten older. I was diagnosed as being on the spectrum high functioning when I was in college. And as I've gotten older, my, like, tolerance for things like a lot of noise around me or, stuff like that has dropped dramatically. People go, how did you ever live in an apartment? And I'm like, well, it wasn't that bad then. It just I don't know. Either people have gotten worse, or I've gotten more sensitive, or a combination of the two. So anyway, this is my egg chair, my noise canceling. I mean, it doesn't obviously get rid of all noise, but it helps. It makes me feel secure. What I need is a good weighted blanket and, you know, a cup of tea. I could just curl up in here and read. But yeah, so that's what this is. And then, like I said, it kind of goes back to, I don't like having my cards turned 2 different ways. I have just a lot of weird little hang-ups like that. And I think that was all the questions I had received. Oh, one other thing I do is dream interpretation. Yeah, I used to have a dream interpretation blog, but I kind of abandoned it. I guess it's still up somewhere. People used to email me and ask for dream interp, and I still enjoy doing that. That's actually kind of fun. Yeah, okay, so that's all the questions I had. I just wanted to, you know, answer them real quickly for people who were curious about that kind of thing. Yeah, okay. And if you have any questions, feel free to, you know, comment them, email them, whatever you would like to do there. And have a great day, rest of your day. Have a great weekend, because it's Friday as I'm filming this. So, you know, take care.